Hey everybody, Josh here, V-Nerd, down here at A1RV today, taking a look at a new trailer that we're selling on behalf of the owners. But don't let that mess around with your head. We can still do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, all that stuff that we normally do. This is a little over 4,200 pounds of J23B. It has long been the best-selling J-Feather out there, in the hybrid series anyway, for good reason. It's easy to tow, it's light, and even though it's only got a small slide, it feels huge inside. It is fully travel accessible, and it has more storage than some fifth wheels I've seen, frankly. Now this one, I can see it's been used, but it sure hasn't, it's not dead. Like, it was well maintained. They just used it a lot. It'd kind of be like if you bought a car and you put a ton of miles on it, but you always kept the fluids changed and stuff. It's sort of like that. It's perfectly campable. And frankly, it's just going to save you a little bit of money. And when I say it shows some signs of use, I don't mean like, oh, it's all beat up, it's scarred up, the cabinets are all marred up. Overall, it looks great. Like, if you just take a look at it like this, it looks just fine. What I'm getting at is, and I exercise an extreme example of if I see something, say something. And this is something you can't even see, but it's something you will experience when you see the RV in person, so I hope that you appreciate the fact that we're willing to go way out of our way to tell you about this, because I don't think a lot of places would. This flooring has the slightest amount of, bowing in it from just heavy walking. This is a laminated floor, and between the aluminum studs, a little bit of the bead foam has broken down just from constant use. Like if you lay on a memory foam bed for years and years, it wears down. And, I mean, you can see I can walk along this normally. I'm not tiptoeing. I can go anywhere I want. And I can't even describe it, but there's a couple spots where you can feel the aluminum stud under your feet. But, you have to be looking for it. It is there. And again, I hope if we're willing to be that kind of picky on stuff you can't see, the last thing I want is for someone to drive from like 4 or 5, 6 hours or across the country to get a camper, then show up and go, oh, you liars, you didn't tell me about that. You're one of those terrible people. Well, no, we're not. And I hope and if that does spook you a little bit, I'd come see the camper in person, because you're going to find out it's fine. This thing's fine. So what else we got? We've got strutted overhead cabinet doors. Anywhere that the cabinet doors flip upward, they're strutted for easy access. And I love the way they do the sofa in the slide over here. We will see this with the bed ends closed and with the sofa closed in just a little bit. This model is completely carpetless. It is easy cleaning. The heat vents are in the cabinet ducts. And that does mean that you lose some heating effectiveness, but it's a hybrid. It's not made for Arctic camping, obviously, considering the only thing between you and the great outdoors is a 5-layer composite sheet of fabric that we call a tent end, even though it's not actually that anymore. You have 60 by 80 front and rear true queen beds, by the way. So if you're longer like me, you'll actually be able to sleep on this. And this doesn't have the poles under the beds. If you look on the sides of that bed end, you see those cables there. That's like an aircraft grade type cable. Those bed ends are rated for 1,050 pounds. Not too bad, I think. Now, this is a big, mega dinette right here, and I knew that cushion would fall down. I must have bumped it on my way in and not noticed it. It's getting, chilly season here at Haylett RV, and I've, got a lot of bulky clothes on. I must have bumped that thing. Anyway, this can fold down into one giant sleeper, or you can pack everybody around it and have one big meal. Now, the table's totally free-floating. You can see I actually have it shifted to the left right now. If you want to, you could pull that out of the way. You could use it in front of the sofa, use it outside. There's also a big drawer down there, and there is some outside pass-through storage under that bench as well, so you don't have to rip the bench apart to get to everything. Now, when I flip our way around here, this is actually a one-owner camper originally purchased right here at Haylett RV, and these folks were so meticulous in their records keeping. They have all the owner's manuals. They even have the original purchase sheet here, MSRP sheet for their camper from us down at Haylett RV. And it shows that this was optioned with the power package, which is a power tongue jack and awning. The outside grill, which I haven't located. A lot of times those outside grills get used up and get tossed away. But you can see the TV is still here when this thing was brand new. Now, it's on a pedestal mount. If you wanted to wall mount it, you could. But what the previous owners did, and you'll actually see this when the slide is closed later, they just shoved the TV basically into the sofa area, which frankly is a genius place to be able to transport that thing. The air is not centralized, but in a small camper like this, a one-room RV, I don't know that it really needs to be. And the thing is, this RV also has, I mentioned it previously, awesome storage. And where you see that really, it starts right here in the kitchen, and then, frankly, everybody, it just keeps going. And this is really one of the areas where I think this 23B has always separated itself from most hybrid campers. Hybrid campers are not known for having good kitchen facilities, for having good storage space. And you see this has a full kitchen complement with some awesome, like, drawer, cabinet capacity, easy reach outlets right there. And it's all pocket screwed cabinetry. You know, a lot of times when you're in these, especially a few years older, lightweight trailers, you found a lot of stapled particle board kind of stuff, and that's not what you're looking at here. But it's over here that this one I think really just takes it over the top, because what I'm going to kind of call like the rear hallway between the bathroom and rear bed is just an amazing, like, first of all, a dedicated pantry in a hybrid is nearly unheard of. And then you see all that hanging space. Then if I get over here a little closer, you see you've got more dresser space below. It's actually double of what you thought. Now those shelves that we're looking at, they are removable. And inside of here, there's a pair of these hanging closet rods. And that's another thing hybrids don't usually have. And that is hanging closet space. So this floor plan, it is small for towing, it is lightweight, it's travel friendly, but you can pack the life out of this. You can really go heavy in this one. It's a great way to stay small, you know, tow light, but pack really, really large. Now the lighting in here looks good, and that's another kind of care, maintenance, and upkeep thing I've learned to look for over the years. People who regularly like swap out their bulbs or fixtures or whatever as needed, they tend to keep their RV in top shape and working order. And once again, that does appear to be the case here. Now that sofa could fold down into a sleeper if need be, and even if you did, you can still walk through here. That's what's nice, is nothing in this RV ever stops you up, blocks you up. That is a 6 cubic foot, 2-door fridge and freezer. Remember, we do have another true queen bed back there around the corner. Now, what's kind of cool in a hybrid, maybe you're not sleeping whole family in this thing. You don't have to put that thing down. You can put it down when and if you need to. Now, the bathroom door does lock, which is a Jayco doing Jayco thing. Oh, man, it is shocking how many brands don't do that. And they probably save 2 cents on a door handle. Isn't that nice, though, to be able to have a little privacy and security? Imagine you're in a public restroom and the stall door doesn't lock. Makes it a little harder to do your business, doesn't it? Well, I know that a lot of us feel that way, even in our own personal private spaces. Even if I'm home alone, I feel better with that door being able to lock. I feel like I've got a little bit more security, because in the back of our heads, what are we thinking, ladies and gentlemen? We're thinking somebody might break into the house, and they might catch me with my pants around my ankles doing my business in my birthday suit, and at that point, they might as well stab me, because I think I'd rather die. We don't talk about it, do we? But I think that's a shared experience a lot of us have. Let's take a look at this with the slides closed. And I had a chance here to get some footage of this one with the slide closed, with the beds closed. So we're going to call this travel mode, storage mode. That's one of the cool things about this floor plan. The slide's not big enough to affect anything. I mean, even, you know, you could stay overnight somewhere. What's kind of cool, if you think about it, you could probably still drop the front and rear beds if you're in a parking space, because you're not going out sideways. But even if you don't do that, or you get there and it's raining, if you really, really had to, you have enough room, you could fold down that sleeper sofa. You could maybe throw some, you know, blankets or something on the floor. I'm not saying you want to do that long term. I'm just saying you could get through it. And then if you really had to, you could convert that front dinette down into a sleeper, and you could probably make it through a night. Maybe not the most comfortable experience of your life, but you could do it. But then again, remember, you also can probably still open the front and rear beds in a parking space without bothering anyone else around you. So, you know, this one actually, I think, is one of the most travel functional, you know, or in a storage site, get it packed functional floor plans that you're ever going to find out there. Allow me to spin you around real quick, try not to make you sick here. I know, I I grew up with a mother that was just extremely motion sick, and just watching the Nintendo games we would play, she'd look at the screen and go, nope, can't do that. Kind of like the inside, the exterior is looking fantastic. I can see where it has been kept cleaned and conditioned regularly. It doesn't look like it was ever left abandoned. The bed ends haven't been like folded away, wet and left to mold or anything like that. I don't see collision damage. I don't see scratches from tree branches or brush or anything like that. Looks good. The power tongue jack does a heavy lifting for us, and again, this one also has the power awning. This is an aluminum skeleton sidewall and laminated floor, so laminated walls and floor. It has a non-laminated constructed roof, which gives it a heavier roof load rating, which is nice. Actually, let me get you up here so you can just kind of, you know, see the things up close. You can see the shine still on the skin where they kept it clean and maintained, because you can't see that when you're too far away. Now that water heater, it is gas and electric and auto ignition and fast recharge, all of which are nice things. The tires look all right. They look like they're the original tires. And the thing is, you don't wear the tread off of a towing trailer tire. You only tend to age them out. Now, if somebody does wear the tread off a towing tire, it's usually because the trailer is overloaded or loaded improperly. You always want to make sure you spread your cargo out across the trailer as much as possible. Some floor plans, that's a little trickier than others. Now, this rear bumper here, I can tell that they had like a place bike rack or something. It looks like there's a little 2-inch receiver hitch bolted to the top of that bumper, and we'll get a better look at it when I walk around the other side here. But the bumper is bent down slightly. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing really stopping it from working. I think that if it were me though, I wouldn't be slapping more stuff on that bumper and then bouncing down the road. These bumpers right here, very often, especially on a chassis like this is made from a huck bolted type chassis. It is here kind of just for like safety crush reasons. Let me see if I get right down here. I think, yeah, there you go. You can see how it's pointed downward a little bit. It's not massive. It's not hurting the trailer, and it's not a compromise to the trailer's frame. That's a really important distinction. If you look, this bumper is basically bolted onto the chassis itself. So it's basically like the bumper turned, almost like a joint. It's not that the steel chassis itself is bent. There's no problem structurally. But again, even if it's nitpicky, even if it's just subjective, I'm going to go out of my way to tell you about it so you know you get a fair view and understanding of this RV before you visit us. There's a gas grill quick connect down here. Next to the, well, obviously, grill connect. Under the power awning, we have ourselves some outside speakers. There is lighting below. And we have TV hookups over here as well. And I think that this would be a really good area. That big table on the inside of the RV, if I were using this camper, I think I would probably pull that table outside. I'd park it in front of the tires. I'd grab a couple chairs. And I turned that into my picnic table so that I had a built-in picnic table in case the campsite didn't have one. And then inside, I've got a front U lounge plus a sofa. So when I want to get in and I want to sit down and I want to chill, I got the space. When I want to go outside and I want to enjoy nature and my family and build some memories, I got the spot to do that too. That's what's so cool about this camper. The J-Feathers, man, these hybrids, they really pack a lot into a small space. Now, they're different. The bed ends are not necessarily for everybody, but like if you're used to a tent or a pop-up, by comparison, this is going to feel like a Taj Mahal. So give us a call down here at A1RV. We'll get you camping. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and have an A1 day, everyone.